1,000 pounds apiece. And they're going to form a toe for us, something we can put weight against. And then what we're going to do is we're going to come in here with basically just sand, and we're going to fill from those sandbags up the levee slope to fill in this area. It'll allow the water to weep, and then once we get the fill in here, it puts weight on the slope, and it should protect it.
How long do you think this process is going to take with the moving the bags?
The bags, hopefully, they'll be complete this evening. This afternoon, they're going to come back. We've got 16 in place. We probably may need a maximum of 80. I think we estimate about 63 or 64. But they'll make good progress when they come back. And then for this filling in the sand, it could take several days to do that.
And, I mean, what is the likelihood that this is going to hold the floodwaters back?
If we get everything in place, it increases your probability significantly. As its current condition, we'd say probably about 50-50 chance, and it just depends on what the river does. If the river levels come up and they get less freeboard, it's going to tend to push more water through the levee. And if it stays where it's at or gets a little lower, it'll decrease that flow, and this has a greater chance of surviving in its current condition. But if we put the weight behind it and we allow the water to weep out of here, it's going to be really good.
So how precarious of a position were they in before they decided to put these sandbags out here?
We've been out here monitoring for a few days and taking a look at it. The levee district's they've been all over it. They've done a great job. It has grown. What happens is basically you've got a vertical scarp here, and eventually the soil can't support itself and it just falls off in there. But it's been sloughing at a very slow rate. You can look down in there, it's pea soup, and I won't walk through there because that would be too funny. But it presents a dangerous condition for the levee system. It's not something you want to see. It's not a normal condition. It does happen. There are a lot of levee systems it happens to, and it survives.
How many levees are kind of similar to this one up and down the Missouri River in these central northern parts of?
We've had several that have had slides. Omaha's had several with slides. We've repaired quite a few slides in the last 4 or 5 years, and none of them have led to levee failure, but they are something you have to monitor. Occasionally you have to address. We want to address this one primarily because there's a lot of infrastructure in this bottom besides crops. Highway 65, Burlington Northern Santa Fe Railroad. There's a lot of things that get protected by this bottom. If you lose this one, generally it shoots water pretty much clear across into the other levee districts that provides better protection for like the South Carrollton area.
Yeah, I understand there are about 3 at risk here.
They are. Once these fill in, it would jump over into the next system, which is the Walkendahl Levee District. The ones upstream, we've had issues with over the last couple of years. We've had a couple overtopping breaches, things we just got repaired. We want them to stay in place because when they have issues, this one has issues too.
When you're looking at the water in the river, is it just a matter of when it's going to top the levee, or if?
It's if.
Okay.
Right now we don't expect it to change very much. The water levels had been forecast to go down a little bit. Now they're forecast to go up a little bit. It's really determined by how much precipitation and what kind of tributary inflows we have. By the time you get water down here to Waverly, it's a pretty big river, so anything that occurs upstream is usually magnified a little bit down here. But right now, what you see on the other side of the levee's the way it's been for a few days, and we don't expect it to change very much.
That's good. It seems that this is